Mariners lose 8-4. They fall to 14-12 on the season, and they lose the first of a 3-game set against the Miami Marlins. Let's go over the scoring plays. Dylan Moore homers to left in the second inning, so it's 1-0. It's pretty quiet until then. One thing that's not so quiet that obviously we're going to talk about. But in the fifth inning, everything goes to heck against Casey Lawrence. Liam Hicks singles to left to score Kyle Stowers. Javier Sanoa singles to center to score Matt Mervis. Xavier Edgars singles to left to score the two players that just had the run-scoring singles. And Jesus Sanchez homers to right to score Edwards. 6-1 in the middle of the fifth. Mariners get back in it. Jorge Polanco homers to right center to make it 6-4 with Ben Williamson and J.P. Crawford scoring. And then the eighth inning, also off of Casey Lawrence, Agustin Ramirez. I was saying it right, and I corrected myself. Weird. Hits a homer to score Dade Myers. 8-4. Mariners lose. Let's thank Simply Seattle for the very best in Seattle sports gear. They have great stuff for the Mariners, of course, but they also have stuff for the Seahawks, the Kraken, the Supersonics, the Storm, the Sounders. You can find it all at Simply Seattle. Use code MOLLYWOP15, MOLLYWHOP15. It's a great deal from a great local business. You enter that code and you take 15% off your order. The prices are already great, but it's always nice to save a little bit of money, right? Or save more money, I guess I should say. MOLLYWHOP15, www.simplyseattle.com. I don't know why I say the www. Nobody enters the www anymore, do they? I sure don't. Link in the description so you don't have to enter any of that stuff. Thank you so much, Simply Seattle. Positives. Mariners didn't use any of their high leverage relievers. Offensively, it's nice to see Demo drive a baseball against a right-handed pitcher, a very bad one in Cal Quantrill, but happened nevertheless. Ben Williamson with a hit. It was great to see him get a nice little ovation in his debut in Seattle. Nobody else really stands out here. This was a bad game. And honestly, we can talk about the offense not being great, even though they were facing a pitcher. 4 runs isn't good enough off Cal Quantrill. Sorry. It's not. Now, 4 runs and Logan Gilbert on the mound, I feel pretty darn good. That's all we have to talk about. By the way, I'm sorry I'm recording this video so late. I had to cover the NFL draft last night for NBC. I love covering the draft, but it is a arduous journey having to cover all those players. So that took up all of my time. And then I only watched the last inning and then, went to bed, woke up, watched the game, and felt sad. Not because they lost. It's not sad that they lost. I'm sad that I'm nervous and I haven't heard anything yet about Logan Gilbert. And for those who missed it, Gilbert fires 3 innings of scoreless baseball with 3 strikeouts, but then is removed for forearm tightness. They're going to be checking on Gilbert today. It sounds like they're going to do an MRI. Dan Wilson very much didn't want to say they were going to do an MRI. I'll be shocked if they don't do some sort of imaging, and that imaging would be an MRI. Oh, forearm tightness is a scary one. Every once in a while, forearm tightness is just forearm tightness. You just struggle to get loose, But a lot of the time, it leads to something, at the very least, a smidgen more serious, and at the very worst, yeah. And the Mariners just flat out cannot lose a pitcher as good as Logan Gilbert. No organization can. But a loss of Logan Gilbert would be devastating. Devastating. Because to say he is the ace of this staff Understatement of understatements. And I'll just say this, and I'm hoping for the best. Of course I am. What a silly thing to say. If Logan Gilbert needs to miss considerable time, the Seattle Mariners need to go trade for a starting pitcher. I don't care what anyone says about how early it is. Different time. The Seattle Mariners cannot afford to, especially with George Kirby not available probably for another couple of weeks. The Mariners can't afford their 6th and 7th starters right now. I'm not saying it's what'll happen. I'm saying I, Christopher Crawford, would be super aggressive in trying to get another starter if Logan Gilbert misses time. Now, there's a chance that this is all nothing. There's a chance it's a lot more than nothing. Obviously. Only thing else I wanted to talk about with the game. I don't have an issue with sticking with Lawrence after that 5th inning goes to haywire. Except 6-4 game, 8th inning, probably going to some sort of reliever, be it Legumina, be it someone along those lines. I didn't love the decision to leave him in. In fact, I really disliked it. I understand why he pitched the 8th inning, but I would have gone to Bizzardo there. Still a 6-4 game, bloop and a blast against a not very good Marlins team. I didn't love Lawrence getting that 5th inning or the 5th inning of work. I also feel bad for Lawrence because unless they plan on him being the option if Logan Gilbert were to miss time, he's probably going to get designated for assignment again. And they'll probably select his contract at some point again, assuming he doesn't elect free agency. But that's the nasty part of this business, is that you can help your team too much and end up, and I'm not saying Casey Lawrence pitched well. Like, you look, only 2 of those runs were earned. Yeah, the defense didn't help him. Dylan Moore, man, has not looked like a Gold Glover in the year of our Lord 2025. Looked great with the bat. Defense has been pretty darn shaky. So you look at that 2 earned runs. Oh, you got bad luck. No. 10 hits, 8 runs, 2 homers. Casey Lawrence isn't good. Casey Lawrence is a guy that is around out of basically desperation. So I don't feel like talking much about this game, in part because this video was so late. And by the way, I can guarantee you this is the last real late video that we will do for reasons I will talk about soon. But it's mostly about, like, is Logan Gilbert okay? It's the only takeaway from this game. They could have lost 1,000-0. They could have lost 999 to 998. Why am I giving them so many runs? Because of the worst decision that a manager's ever made or whatever. I don't care, because while this is a daily show, the only thing we should be thinking about, in my personal opinion, is whether Logan Gilbert's okay. For both him as a good person who doesn't want people to be hurt, and also as someone who wants the Seattle Mariners to do well and acknowledges, as everyone should, and everyone does, that the Seattle Mariners need Logan Gilbert to be healthy. Here's hoping. Please hit like, please hit subscribe. Again, apologies for the late one. Be back right after the game tomorrow. No, today. It's Saturday. Hope you all have a great weekend too. I don't know why I'm saying it like you're not going to watch these next videos. Let's wait for this to get to 10 minutes. 9:59, 10 minutes. All right, bye. Now it's even